Hello everyone, my name is Suape Guavu and I welcome you to A Quiet Heart. Now, A Quiet Heart is a place where I get to share my journey on how my heart was quieted down, how my soul was made whole, and how all my voids were filled. Before we get into today's episode, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe, and share down below. And also, before we start, I would just like to check up, like, is everyone okay? Are you good? If you're not good, pray. Like, are you good? Like, if you're not sure, take a moment to yourself and be like, am I good or am I just busy? Am I good or am I just busy, right? Because the purpose of life is not just to be on auto, right? It's to live and enjoy the things that we do. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm well as well. So that's good. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. So for today's episode, I'll be sharing a story. I'll be sharing something that happened to me that the Lord taught me a lot. He just showed me the reality of life and the importance of just putting Him above everything else and loving and enjoying the things that He gives me. Right. So it was the year 2022. Year 2022 is the year where bizarre things were happening in my life, right? Not external but internal things. They were just like I was in Goa, like was emhlabeni, onzima basically. So as I'm going through these challenges in my life, of my heart feeling lost, feeling confused, insecure, anxiety, depression, just not enjoying life, not seeing color, not being whole and free, and just being oppressed, and it was really terrible. So during this time of my life, my heart was yearning for things, right? I was yearning for friends. It was yearning for things to go right. If it wasn't friends, it was just something to make me feel better. Friends, watching doing things too much, eating too much, watching this too much, doing this, and ended up being me wanting too much of people, friends, right? So there was a time where I noticed that a friend of mine went off socials, right? Well, she didn't communicate, but there's this unspoken thing where when someone removes their profile picture on WhatsApp and you haven't seen them post in a long time, it's like, oh, they're on a break. Or that's how I reason. And they're on a break. Let me give them space. I'll check up on them once in a while to see if they're still breathing and just give them space. That's how I usually do it, right? Go about it. So this friend went off social media. I gave him space. I was still using the same meaning, but I was still good. I was still okay in that area because I was still checking up on her. Like, are you good? But then as time progressed, it went from wanting to take up on her to me wanting to know, hey, did you stop being my friend? That's when I knew, okay, red flag, yeah. So what happened was, I saw she was off social media, and then I checked up on her. I called her because, like, no man, she's been off social media for way too long, and in my mind, started out as a healthy thing of wanting to check up on her, to me wanting to know, hey, are we still good? Did you just cut me off? Now all the other weird questions are coming in of like, hey, did I do something wrong to you? Why are you no longer texting me? Are you okay? Like, are we good? Now it started being a me thing than a her thing. Fine, I contact her, I call her. Phone call goes like this. I call her, there's murmuring. It felt like she didn't know who she was talking to. So at the back of my mind, I'm like, wait, are you pretending not to know me? Are you pretending not to know me, because what do you mean? Who's this? That's what was going on at that time with me and my real emotions. I was like, wait, are you pretending like you don't know me? That was going on. That's what was going on. And then I'm like, and I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. I dropped the phone. I was like, hey, and then even the other people that were in my space that didn't have profile pictures, I started overthinking, like, wait, are they really not well? What, did they just cut me off? Did I do something? Have they rejected me? Basically, the deep problem, that the root cause of now the outrage was, it felt like everyone was rejecting me. And in that time of the everyone was rejecting me. That one person doing that felt like everyone else was just rejecting me. I was mad. I booked an appointment with my therapist. Even her, even if she were to try to make me reason, I'm like, my sister, this thing hurts. Okay. And the year 2022 was the year that I saw my therapist the most. Okay. It was like, it was on fire that year. I was like, her bank account was getting the guap for sure. She was getting it. It felt hot. It felt like I was being stabbed. It felt painful, because it was like, I'm being rejected, and truth be told, no one wants rejection. And that's what it felt like that moment. And no one wants to be rejected. No one wants to come into a space and feel like they don't belong. No one wants to feel like I'm hated here, or just like a kotan, but there's no love, right? So now I speak to my therapist, and I'm just in pain. And then a girl just comes back. The girl, the friend, comes back on socials. She tries making contact with me again. She comes back on socials. Now I can see her statuses on WhatsApp. Now, she continues to post, and we just talking to one another. But at the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, Wena, you did that. You did that. And I'm just like, I can't keep her in my space. And then, due to my emotions, I just delete her number off my phone. Right? Because like when she came back, we were having conversation, but like that thing kept ringing at the back of my mind. Like, hey, she did that. And then life went by. And during, like I mentioned, during this time she was posting and all of that. I see that she was going to like therapy and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, all right. And then I think by that time now, I give my life to Christ, right? And then I still do see her on social media, like on Instagram posting. And then I see a post, and then there's always this emotion that comes with, seeing her post. And then the Lord is like, Tommy, let's talk. Let's have a chat. Because one thing that God did for me, it does in me and helps me with, is like ensuring that I have a pure heart at all times. Like not undermining or just disregarding what happened, but the thing of, I'll be able to then acknowledge what happened, him comforting me, and still seeing the other person the way that he sees them, not in a different light because of what they did. So that's what God does in me all the time. So now God is like, okay, we have to talk about what happened. Like have a fat, vulnerable conversation. So that's when I had to be honest about my emotions. One thing I love about God is like I mentioned, he helps you to have a pure heart before him, and to be able to love his people and still comfort you at the same time in your pain. He doesn't say, I funding, get a life, or he doesn't say, I funding, get over it and love these people. He's like, I acknowledge that she felt pain, and that was painful, and he comforted me, and we had a conversation of I have strong emotions towards this person because of what they did. I don't like them. I don't like this person, Lord, because what they did, they rejected me. And then they came back like nothing happened. What do you mean, right? And I was just angry. I was truly I was very angry. I had strong emotions. And I say strong, I had strong emotions. And the Lord just then revealed to me, remember when you saw that post that she was posting, that she had she went to therapy? I was like, yeah, sure. What about it? Because I was thinking up him now. And God made me reason very well. Actually, he was like, well, you guys are kind of the same person, where you are the person who reaches out to people to check if they're okay, but when it comes to you being checked upon, you don't like it. So when you're not okay, you isolate and you deal with the problems aside. So she basically was off social media. She didn't have people's numbers and names on the cellular devices. It was only those people that she felt the need should have her number, or she should save their numbers, because that's how she deals with things. I say, what? She was like, yeah, she didn't know who was talking over the phone because your name wasn't written on the phone. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, because she was also going through her things. And that's the reality of life, is she was going through her life as well. And you being not okay in your heart, you wanted her, but she was not going to show up. She was not going to show up. And basically God was like, you were idolizing friends. God knows I would die on the hill of friendship. Friendship is a good thing, especially when you are blessed with good friends. You hear people telling you their awful friend stories, and you just thank God for my friends. Thank God for the people that I've met, that I've experienced the good in them. So it was you idolize her because you feel A, B, C, and D about yourself. You feel if you're close to her, or if you just no, not be like her, but if you just are close to her and act like her, you'll feel like you belong. You'll feel like you are someone. And the reality is, the truth is, had I continued being friends with her, or had I not kept my distance, because something happened and I was like, no, this is not me. Because in each and every relationship that I have, I'm always the person that makes the other person reason well when something happens in their life. I always give them other options to think about. Maybe this and this happened because A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the whole alphabet, not just A. I found myself being unable to do that with this person, and then I was like, can't do it off. But I still continued the friendship. I kept my distance, and then I found myself then feeling like I had to make myself be like her to fit in, or to reason, or to think like her in a way. There's certain things that she believed, or thinking patterns that she had, and I was like, I don't really agree with this, but since she's for it, might as well maybe tweak my thinking a bit and think like her, right? And the Lord's like, my sister, you are not going to survive because you are not okay as a person. Then, you're not going to survive in a friendship. You are going to do everything to please this person who doesn't even know what you're going through, first of all. And you're going to deep down hate her and hate yourself even more, because you're living a life that you are not enjoying, just because you want to please this person that you idolize, because you don't feel good enough about yourself. Right? It turns out I was idolizing that friendship. I was idolizing all the friends in my life. I'm not gonna lie. Where friendship was the thing, because good friends came into my life when I wasn't okay. So I was just like expressing my love, gratitude. Like, friends are a good thing, and I'm grateful to God that He brought those people into my life when I wasn't okay, because that was Him showing His goodness towards me. But now I took that good thing and made it the it thing. That's what idolizing something is. It's like whatever good thing that God gives you, you make it the thing. It's like I live and breathe and have my being in this thing, which was unhealthy, because even in moments where I had to speak up about certain things, I wouldn't speak up about them, because like, I don't want to be rejected here. I don't want to be wrong. I just want to fit in and live my life with these people, these great people that make me, they don't criticize me or do weird things around me. So now I had to then unlearn. I had to grieve, first of all. I had to grieve the fact that I'll never be her, and I am me, and God loves me as much as He loves her. And I had to then learn to be okay in God, not even be okay, accept the fact that I'm good enough, and put God first. Putting God first doesn't mean you don't enjoy the other things that you have. It's just that you love God more than the things that you have. You love God more than the things that you have. Doesn't mean that you love God and not pursue friendships. Doesn't mean you love God and don't pursue good things in life. But it just means you love God more, and whatever it is that you have is just a good gift from God, and you steward and you handle it and you enjoy it, because He wants you to enjoy these things in life. So yeah, that's what basically happened. It was a matter of me removing her from the throne where God had to dethrone her. Had to dethrone friendship. I had to lay friendship down, to recognize, well, God is it. Because once I had put friendship on a pedestal, there was so much pressure to be like, or do this, or don't do this, or don't think like this. This is how other people are thinking. And there was so much pressure to perform, or pressure to be like, or fear of, if I don't do A, B, and C, and D, rejection is going to come. Not that my friends were making me do bad things, guys. It's just a matter of now. Not that my friends were making me do bad things or like putting a gun in my head. But the me back then who wasn't well felt like I had to do something to stay here. I had to do something to belong here. And God made me realize, like, in Him, I don't have to do anything to feel like, to make Him see me. I didn't have to do things for Him to pick me, to like me, to love me. There's so much freedom. There's no pressure to perform. My God, there's no pressure to perform. Just be. And with every thing that comes your way, He just tells you, okay, next time do this thing like this. Next time don't do that, but do this. And there's so much love, freedom, and through that you're able to truly love the people that you have the right way. And we're able to reason well, and we're able to see people the right way. Once we're unable to reason, so that you have a clean hands and a pure heart before God, there's a problem. Like, God is so cool when it comes to that area. Like, I love Him. Once I find myself being unable to reason, I know there's a problem. Meaning, I have to go to God and just have a conversation with Him. Like, why am I having these emotions towards someone? Then I have to let go. I have to dethrone. I have to allow Him to be Lord and King over my life. To then have a pure heart, deal with the situation that happened, and not still see the person the right way which God wants me to see that person. So yeah, that's basically it. And I just pray that like we are able to enjoy the good things that God gives us, but we don't idolize them, and we love God and understand and learn to love God and learn Him and want Him more, knowing that in Him there's like everything that you ever need and want, and everything else that He gives you is just meant for you to steward and to enjoy this life and have freedom and have life, and to love people, to genuinely love people, and to love them where they are as well, not feeling the need to change them or like ask God, change Mang Mang. Why are they being like this? Change them. It's like God gives you the heart to be able to love them where they are, and to also love yourself, and to also give you the wisdom on how to navigate relationships, because we find that a lot this day and age, people like Nyakata, eh? Really? Nyakata? Like, my God, guys, there's no one on the face of the earth who likes being rejected. And also another reason why people don't want to step into spaces of friendship is the fear of being rejected. Now we go around hurting one another because we cut people off. We're like, group chat. Guys, let's not do that. Like we live together on this earth. Let's love one another. Let's make life easy for one another. Because Nyakata, when we hurt one another and then we isolate, we were meant to be in a community. We were meant to live with one another. We were meant to help one another to live together on this earth. Sanukata. And if in that season of your life you need, like God leads you to do something else, and you need to leave the people that you are with now, you need to leave them, God will give you the wisdom on how to do it. You don't just cut people off. Oh my God. God will give you wisdom on how to do it. And God will just help you reason, man. It will help you reason. He will definitely help you reason. But Leo cut off you guys. It's heartbreaking. Even though for me but I thought it was happening. But don't do that to people. Like, don't do that. Always reason. If you like, before cutting someone off, pray for the maturity to have that conversation again. Because some of us just want to cut people off because we don't want to have a conversation that someone drank my juice, so you're like, and I'm cut because next time I'll sell juice again. It's like, no, have the conversation, have the maturity to want to have the conversation with people before cutting them off. Oh, I'm so grateful to God. Imagine, that's a thing, but imagine if you, one mistake, thank God God is not us, one mistake, He cuts you off. Who's the team? One mistake, you're breathing too much. What are you doing? Imagine. So if God doesn't do that with us, why can't we do that to other people? Like, why can't we not do that to other people and just like give people space to be and grow and love them where they are, and ask God to help us reason and to love people where they are? Simple as that, instead of cutting. Hey, nakata man, hey. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and most importantly, share. And check up on people. Check up on your friends. Check up if they like well, if they're really good. Sometimes, you don't have to have that conversation with them. Maybe sometimes you just need to take them to the park and buy them ice cream and crack a joke, and then they laugh until they feel better and comfortable to tell you what is really going on. If by any chance during the course of this conversation, of this episode rather, where you resonated and you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, God bless you. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. See you next time.